Can you give us one or two practical tips on raising children, specifically how to lead them to the ways of the Lord? I'll tell you what. The best thing that you can do for your children is to love your marriage partner with all your heart. Love God with all your heart and love your husband or wife as Christ loved the church. That's the best way you can raise your children for the Lord. That they see the atmosphere in the home between father and mother, one of love and a respect for God. And you must have some time of the day when you can open the scriptures. In our home, we never had morning family prayer because it was a rush for the children to go to school. We would pray with them every day before they went to school. We'd have a brief prayer with them, even if it was very brief, before they went to school. But we didn't read the Bible in the morning because it was too rushed. But the evening, when they came back from school, they'd finish their homework, we sit around dinner time. That's the time we would open the scriptures every day and say something from scripture, because then everybody's relaxed. So you must share the scripture sometime during the day with parents, and that is the most important thing in raising children for the Lord, that they recognize that God is important. And in practical things like teach them to be righteous with money, teach them to be upright. You know, there's a lot of corruption in the school systems in India. And one of the difficult subjects that our children faced was language, Hindi. Hindi was a language everybody had to study because it was a national language in India. But we never speak Hindi in the home, so that is a very difficult subject for them. They would do very well in all the other subjects, and the average would come down because Hindi they would get low marks. So it was a problem with many people in that part of India. So what happens is corrupt people get the final examination Hindi paper from somewhere and sell it for a price to those who want to buy it. These type of things that happen in India. So once the news went round, a few days before the final examination in Hindi, the Hindi paper is available. And I said, what a wonderful opportunity to teach my children. So I told my children, yes, I heard that the Hindi paper is available, the question paper. Even if somebody gives it to me free, I will not show it to you. You think me an evil father? You'll one day discover I'm the best father you could have had. I will not show it to you. I don't care if you fail in the Hindi paper because I did not show it to you. I'm more interested in your learning righteousness than learning Hindi or passing any examination. My children turned out all right. They did not get top marks in Hindi, so what? They followed the Lord, even today. So, put the Lord first. Teach them practical spiritual truths. Ask them to ask. I remember when my children were small, one of them was fighting with the neighbor's children of something, 5 years old. All 5-year-old children fight. And I asked him, why are you fighting with him? You know the usual answer, he fought with me first. Okay. I said, I don't care. He's an unconverted person. We have to go and ask forgiveness from him. So I said, let's go to his house. So I went with my little 5-year-old boy to his house and knocked at the door. The man opened the door and said, my son has got something to say to your son. So I had taught my son what to say. I'm sorry for arguing and fighting with you. Please forgive me. And that other boy graciously accepted it and said goodbye. I said, okay. And coming back, my son said, Dad, he never asked any forgiveness from me. He started the fight. I said, forget it. He's not converted. He's not a Christian. His parents are not Christians. They don't have to ask response. Don't have to ask forgiveness from anybody. We are Christians. 20 years later, I don't know where that boy is. I know where my son is. So teach your children values from a young age.